The clock is ticking in Cleveland. Browns fans are done with Kevin Stefanski and demanding Shedeur Sanders gets the start before the Packers roll into town. One more loss could mean the end for the Browns head coach.
Tell you, man, Kevin Stefanski's job look like it might be on the line very, very soon, bro. Because it's looking spooky for the 2025 NFL season, man. It don't look like the Browns is finna win a game, dog. And for some eerie reason, he's refusing to address this whole quarterback situation publicly. He's refusing to even say Shedeur's name. Let it don't say anything with the S in it, bro. I mean, Kevin Stefanski's looking real spooky, dog. I just got to keep it real. Now, he's gave another absurd press conference today speaking about this matchup, and at this point, he's just wasting his breath because we already know y'all finna lose. But with all that being said, man, let's check out what he had to say. Roll the footage.
Comparison. We got to be better on defense. We got to be better as a team. You know, they slowly chipped away. You know, we did a solid job, holding it to 3 when we could, and then eventually, you know, the dam broke, and then they just did whatever they wanted, and we have to continue to play a 60-minute game.
The city. Kevin Stefanski's coaching career might be hanging by a thread, and Browns fans are absolutely losing their minds, demanding Shedeur Sanders take over before Green Bay destroys them this Sunday. While Stefanski refuses to even mention the S word in press conferences, sources close to the organization are whispering that his job security is crumbling faster than the Browns' offensive line. The most shocking part? He's completely avoiding the quarterback controversy that has Cleveland ready to riot. And what he said in today's press conference might just seal his fate forever.
Deploying all their guys, so strength at all 3 levels. Offensively, quarterback's really good player. Can make all the throws, pushes the ball down the field, makes great decisions. I have a ton of respect for their running back. He plays hard. He's quick, but he's powerful. He's always fighting for extra yardage. We've played him before. He's a terrific running back. And then they have really good skill players, good tight ends, good offensive line. Special teams, big challenge, good specialists, good teamers. They play physical. It's a big group. So it's a great challenge for our football team. And it's one of those that we understand what we need to do. But it's
Look, I'm going to be straight with you. What we just witnessed in that press conference wasn't just another boring coach speak session. This was a man desperately trying to keep his job while his entire franchise burns around him. And the craziest part? Everyone in Cleveland knows exactly what needs to happen. But Stefanski is too stubborn or too scared to pull the trigger.
These guys, you can fight those, and a lot of our players are excellent athletes, but that heat can certainly cause those type of things.
That are 2 veteran offensive tackles in the practice squad. Conklin's ability to stay healthy. Are you losing? Are you concerned about it? Is that the reason to ensure if you have somebody else?
I think you'll always see with our roster, Tony, you're constantly adding guys, some young, some older, to your point, to the roster. You're constantly looking at ways to improve it, but we're confident that.
You want to know why Browns fans are going absolutely nuclear on social media right now? It's because they're watching their season slip away, while the perfect solution is staring them right in the face. Shedeur Sanders isn't just some random college quarterback. This kid is the real deal, and every scout, analyst, and former player who's watched him knows it. But here's Kevin Stefanski, acting like he's never even heard the name. When asked about this week's matchup against Green Bay, listen to how Stefanski dances around the elephant in the room. He's talking about the Packers' really good quarterback and their terrific running back, praising everything about Green Bay's offense. But when it comes to his own quarterback situation, radio silence, complete and total avoidance. Here's what's really happening behind the scenes in Cleveland. The front office knows they're in trouble. The coaching staff knows they're in trouble. Hell, even the water boys know they're in trouble. But instead of making the obvious move that could save their entire season, they're doubling down on mediocrity. You see, this isn't just about one game against the Packers. This is about the future of the entire franchise. And while Stefanski is sitting there talking about complementary football and playing sound defense, Browns fans are watching highlight reels of Shedeur Sanders and wondering why their team refuses to embrace greatness. The kid has everything you want in a franchise quarterback. The arm strength to make every throw, the pocket presence of a 10-year veteran, and the leadership qualities that make grown men want to run through walls for him. But more than that, Shedeur has that special something, that clutch gene that you can't teach, can't coach, and can't fake. And here's where it gets really interesting. Word around the league is that several NFL scouts have been watching Shedeur's every move, taking notes on his decision-making, his pre-snap reads, his ability to perform under pressure. These aren't just casual observations. These are detailed reports being sent straight to front offices across the league. But what's Stefanski doing while other teams are preparing to make moves? He's talking about depth charts and injury reports like it's 2019. The man is literally fiddling while Rome burns, and Browns fans are getting more frustrated by the day. Now here's the moment that really exposes everything. When a reporter tries to bring up future possibilities, Stefanski immediately shuts it down with, "Yeah, that's not our focus. Tony, we got our focus is to put a game plan together to try to beat a really good Packers team." Did you catch that? Instead of engaging with questions about the future, about potential solutions, about anything that might actually help this team succeed, he immediately pivots back to the same old talking points. This is a coach who's either completely out of touch with reality or desperately trying to save his own skin. But let's talk about what's really at stake here. The Browns haven't had a legitimate franchise quarterback since, well, let's be honest, maybe ever. They've cycled through more quarterbacks than some franchises have had in decades. And now, when they have the opportunity to bring in someone who could change everything, they're hesitating. Shedeur Sanders isn't just another quarterback prospect. This is a kid who's been groomed for greatness from day one. Growing up in the Sanders household means understanding pressure, understanding expectations, and understanding what it takes to perform when everyone's watching. You think the Cleveland media is tough? Try having Deion Sanders as your father and coach. The technical aspects of Shedeur's game are just as impressive as his pedigree. His completion percentage, his touchdown-to-interception ratio, his ability to read defenses and make quick decisions. These aren't just college stats we're talking about. These are NFL-level skills being displayed against top-tier competition. And here's something that doesn't show up in the stat sheets, but means everything in the NFL. Shedeur has that rare ability to elevate the players around him. Watch his film, and you'll see receivers making catches they've never made before, offensive linemen playing with more intensity, and entire units performing above their individual capabilities. That's not coaching, that's leadership. Meanwhile, back in Cleveland, Stefanski is still talking about getting guys up to speed and continuing to bring players along. Bro, you're 2 games into the season, and you're already making excuses about players not being ready. You know what fixes that problem real quick? Having a quarterback who makes everyone else better just by being on the field. The defensive side of the ball is doing their job. They're creating pressure, getting stops when they need to, and giving the offense every opportunity to succeed. But what's happening on offense? They're struggling to score points, failing to sustain drives, and looking completely out of sync when it matters most. Now, I'm not saying Shedeur Sanders is going to walk into Cleveland and immediately fix every problem. The NFL is a different beast, and there's always an adjustment period. But what I am saying is that this kid has shown more poise, more accuracy, and more leadership ability than most quarterbacks show in their entire careers. The mental side of his game is what really separates him from other prospects. While some quarterbacks panic under pressure or make poor decisions in clutch moments, Shedeur seems to thrive in those situations. The bigger the moment, the better he plays. And if that doesn't sound like exactly what Cleveland needs right now, I don't know what does. Here's what's really frustrating Browns fans right now. They can see the writing on the wall. They know this season is going to be another disappointment if nothing changes. They know the defense can only carry the team so far. And they know that while other franchises are making bold moves to secure their future, Cleveland is playing it safe and hoping for the best. The Packers game this weekend is going to be a perfect example of what happens when you refuse to adapt. Green Bay has a quarterback who can make all the throws and pushes the ball down the field, according to Stefanski himself. They have an offensive system that's built for success, with multiple weapons and a coaching staff that knows how to utilize them. What does Cleveland have? A coach who's more concerned with managing expectations than maximizing potential. A quarterback situation that nobody wants to address publicly. And a fan base that's running out of patience with the same old excuses and the same old results. But here's the twist that makes this whole situation even more interesting. Despite all the controversy, despite all the criticism, despite all the calls for change, Shedeur Sanders continues to handle himself with class and professionalism. He's not campaigning for any specific team, not making demands, not creating drama. He's just going out there and playing football at the highest level, letting his performance speak for itself. And that's exactly the type of character you want in a franchise quarterback. Someone who focuses on the work, not the noise. Someone who elevates his game when the pressure increases. Someone who makes everyone around him better just by being present. The question isn't whether Shedeur Sanders can play in the NFL. The question is whether teams like Cleveland are smart enough to recognize generational talent when it's staring them in the face. And based on Stefanski's press conference, it's becoming increasingly clear that the Browns might let this opportunity slip through their fingers. So as we head into this weekend's game against Green Bay, remember what you're watching. This isn't just another regular season matchup. This is potentially the game that determines Kevin Stefanski's future in Cleveland. This is the game that might finally force the Browns to confront their quarterback reality. And this might be the last time we see this level of dysfunction before major changes have to be made. The clock is ticking in Cleveland, and everyone knows it except the guy calling the plays. What do you think, though? Are Browns fans right to demand change, or should they stick with the current plan? Is Stefanski's job really on the line? Or is this just another overreaction from a frustrated fan base? And most importantly, is Shedeur Sanders the answer Cleveland has been searching for all these years? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to smash that subscribe button because this story is far from over. And you know we're going to be covering every twist and turn as it unfolds. The NFL season is just getting started, but the drama in Cleveland is already at playoff levels.